seen for so long, I always bring it. I always, when I talk about this movie, I always say like, well, it's been, I haven't seen this movie in so long that I don't really remember it. But and that's the case with this movie too. You always are pulling movies from my childhood.
Nice.
And I mean, VHS times. I don't even have a date really, like how many years that was, but
VHS times.
yeah, the era of VHS.
Oh.
That was probably the last time the last time I saw this movie up until today.
Wow, that's epic.
Yeah. I remember this one, and how many Gremlins are there? Movies?
2.
2? Okay, yeah, I've seen both of them.
It's 2 is called The New Batch, I think,
Yeah.
and that one's it's like based in the like an
it's a building, right?
yeah,
Like a
like
business.
business.
I remember. Isn't there like an electrical one? He's like lightning or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that a lot. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this.
Very cool.
When's the last time you've seen this?
I would say last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you probably watched it around December, November, or sometime like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would you rate this movie?
This would have to be. I actually prefer this to the second one because the second one is good, but it's a lot more fucking bonkers. Like
Yeah.
they just don't.
Yeah.
They don't care to be grounded in reality at all.
Yeah, it's
in
just
2
out there.
and 1, I feel like at least there's an aspect to it, like this could happen or whatever, you know what I mean? And so I'd say it's a 9, solid 9
nice.
for me.
Okay, it's up there.
I love it.
Yeah.
And Gizmo is a character, that's stuck with me forever. I love him.
Do you know if the how do they call those toys that were really huge back in the day? Furbies.
Mm-hmm.
Were those kind of if those were like kind of like created off of that?
Or like inspired by
inspired
Gremlins?
by it.
I'm not sure. I can remember those when those popped off. They were big.
Yeah, people were going crazy over them.
I would say it's like Hatchimals now.
Yeah, I was going to mention that right now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. People go crazy for those.
Yeah, but I really don't know if that's a rip-off of Gizmo.
Okay.
But that's an interesting take.
Because they kind of look a little similar. Just
They do, yeah.
Changed a little bit.
And even the way that they talk and stuff. And
Is it my question?
I think it's mine. Because you said, what do I rate it? What do you rate it?
Oh, I rate it. I don't know. I think on a movie scale, that's like a 6.
Wow.
Just because I mean, I don't hate it at all.
Uh-huh.
But compared to most movies or movies that I'm more familiar with, I guess,
Okay.
or that I have seen in my life, this is probably like the middle of the pack.
Okay.
I mean, you hold this one a lot more closer to nostalgic and reasons, but for me,
I guess that falls into because you know you probably didn't watch it as much.
yeah,
So it doesn't. You don't really have that familiarity with it.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't hate the movie by any means, but like I said, it would be probably just above middle of the pack for me if I was gonna put this in like the top 100 or something. Movies that I've ever watched would probably be like right in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
50, 60 somewhere. But yeah, I'll give it a 6.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you another one since
Okay.
that was your question. Well, I think this is a great follow-up question to that. Do you think the film holds up today?
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm talking about as far as story, special effects, like how it
the
looks.
animatronics and everything that they use, I think it's pretty good. I mean, there's when they do close-ups of Gizmo and stuff, you can tell his eyes are kind of just the way they blink and whatever, but it's nothing that it just bothers me or anything like that. Storyline seems all right. It doesn't. I think it's held up pretty good for. This was in '84, you said.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean it's it's been a while since this movie was made, and it still looks good, and obviously people love the movie.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely held up, and it's a crazy achievement that they were able to even pull this off.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many like stressful hours they were there trying to get those scenes right, where it was just the Gremlins, and they do all this crazy stuff.
Yeah,
and of course, how do you CG wasn't an option back then.
Yeah.
So it's all really like puppets and then these things doing this bonkers
like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. What was your favorite Gremlin?
My favorite, I would have to say, if we're not counting, because there's a lot of confusion. I don't consider Gizmo a Gremlin. He's a Mogwai.
Yeah.
He's like a Gremlin is what the evolution of a Mogwai. So if we're talking about the real Gremlin stage, I would have to say Stripe.
Okay.
Because he's so he's fucking he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, he was like that when he was like a Mogwai.
Yeah.
He was
if you notice,
he was just horrible.
Gizmo's the only true innocent. Yeah. Because even when he gets hit with the water and all the other Mogwai pop off of him, they have like this weird attitude, and they're not the same as him. You know what I mean? I feel like they're already villains in that stage, and that's why things get crazy, because they mess with the phone or the alarm clock, and they make Billy think that
feeding him.
Yeah, they basically trick him into feeding them after midnight, and that's what happens.
And they tie up the dog, which was crazy. Oh man.
Oh man.
Is it my question now? I see. What was your favorite one? So it's Stripe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's mine.
Right.
Do you have a favorite scene?
Favorite scene? Probably. Let me think. I'd have to say probably just the bar scene.
Oh yeah.
With all the you get to see more of the different characters of the Gremlins, and I really like the jazz one. He's kind of just smoking a cigarette with his jacket or whatever that's in his little cup, and he just listening to music with his hat on, and it's just like that jazz music in the background. He's like, oh yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that's probably my favorite scene. What? Same question. What was your favorite scene?
I'd have to say the end sequence.
Okay.
With when Billy faces off with Stripe, and he Stripe attacks him with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
that was
like,
awesome.
Ah!
Yeah, he just pops out from the clothes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was a good one. So I asked your same question. I'll ask another question. How many times have you seen this movie? If you could count.
I really don't know. A lot of times.
Guesstimation.
A lot of times. It's not one. I feel like I loved it so much more because it's not one that I had readily available when I was younger.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a treat to be able to watch it when it was on TV or part 2. And they don't really show them on TV as much as they should at all.
Yeah.
I'm sure because they're kind of violent and weird and dark. But yeah, so when I was... what was it like when I was 17 or something, around that time I bought the DVD.
Okay.
And I would just watch the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And I have the Gizmo backpack and
nice.
And a few Gremlins like plushies and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan, and I try to watch it as much as I can. It's weird because this movie, although it's set around Christmas, I feel like you can watch it at any any time. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've seen it definitely a lot more times than I can count.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. I think it's
my turn.
Yeah.
What is a film you watch every year for the holidays?
Ooh, okay.
Since it's not this one.
Obviously. No, since VHS times. No, I think a movie I watch around this time.
Yeah. Do you have like a tradition, like you have to sit down?
There's a movie that my grandpa watches, and he's probably watched it since this movie came out, and it's kind of like a family tradition. Whenever we go over to their to my grandparents' house for Christmas,
Okay.
this movie's always on during Christmas Day, and I think Christmas Eve too. It's A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
That movie is my grandpa's favorite movie. Probably his favorite movie. I know it's his favorite Christmas movie, and that's something that, as a family, we watch that movie probably 3 or 4 times every Christmas Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we leave it on the TV, and we just leave the TV on as we're eating dinner or opening presents or whatever, and we have that on in the background.
So it's just on
it's just
repeat.
continuously playing. They play it for 24, I think like 48 hours, like Christmas Eve all the way till the end, like midnight on Christmas Day. Which they leave it on as soon as everyone wakes up for Christmas and stuff, and everyone gets over to their house. They turn it on, and it's on all day.
That's cool.
Yeah. Do you have a movie?
I would say mine would have to be Home Alone.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Both of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're. I just feel like they set the tone so well, and it's fun to watch Culkin do his thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's any movies like those two. Like after those came out, I don't know that can really compete with.
Oh, you mean like the
those movies stand alone I feel like those movies stand alone by themselves. Like
yeah,
they're.
Yeah, he was on another level,
Yeah.
for his age.
Yeah.
And the acting that he pulled off in that was so good. Because when you think about things, a lot of the stuff that happens in the movie don't make sense in reality.
Yeah.
But we never question them because it's so good and they sell it so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a lot of that stuff in there, when you really think logically, it couldn't happen.
Yeah. No, yeah. Those guys would have been dead like the first 20 minutes of the movie. But no, yeah, I think those are great holiday movies.
Yeah.
Oh, another one besides the A Christmas Story is, I mentioned it last week, is Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
Number one. I mean that's I think I said it last week too. That's a movie I have to watch. Right around Christmas, and it's something that I make an effort to watch it, even if I don't have time. I try to put like 2 hours, aside from my day, and watch it whenever I can.
Very nice.
So those two are probably, but yeah. Macaulay Culkin, how's he doing?
I have no idea.
I feel like I saw an article the other day. He was doing actually like really good.
I know he has a band.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I remember I've seen this picture, like, if you search Macaulay Culkin, like, now or something on Google, there's just this picture of him. I know you've seen it. He just looks like a mummy. He's just, like, his face is all sunken in. It's like, oh, man, this guy's gonna die soon. and then I recently saw they're talking about him on the news, and he looks like a normal person now. But it's awesome to see him do better. Because I know he was kind of...
Yeah, he fell off.
Hit him hard.
A lot of the child stars, they don't really make it.
Yeah.
Like Edward Furlong.
Yeah.
From Terminator 2 and American History X and Detroit Rock City. He's I don't know where he's at either.
Well, those movies. How far apart are those movies? Because I feel like he was not a kid, but like he was like a...
well, he's a kid, definitely for Terminator.
Oh, yeah.
Which was what, like 90-something? 92?
92, I think, 91, something like that. How far apart were the other ones? Because I feel like in American History X, he was pretty old, like maybe 16,
98
17.
is that movie.
Okay.
So it's a few, and then Detroit Rock City's 99. So it's like a year.
Yeah.
And then he did a few things in between there, but and then all of a sudden,
Just fell off. Yeah.
No more.
That's kind of what happens.
He did one of the Crow, the third Crow